Hi there, so today I'm going to show you how to double crochet. In the US this is known as a single crochet, but for today's lesson I'm going to be using UK terminology. So I'm going to show you how to start off with your double crochet and do the stitch. I'm going to show you how to count your stitches, how to start a new row. I'm going to give you an easy tip as to knowing which is the last stitch of the row, because that is something over the years I know people have struggled with when they've started crocheting. So I'll show you a little easy tip with this little stitch marker that I have here. And then I'm going to show you how to actually finish double crocheting or your piece of work and how to fasten off your yarn. So let's get going. To start with, I've chained 10 stitches, and if you want to have a recap on how to chain, you can have a look at my other videos. They're all in the beginner's guide. So we're going to do a little swatch of 10 stitches. So I've chained 10, and then with double crochet you always do an extra one at the end of the row. And then we're going to double crochet into the second stitch away from the hook, which when you're counting stitches, you don't count the one in your hook. This is your first one, and then this is your second one, and I'm going to be double crocheting this first row, if you look at it, into the left hand side here of the chain stitch. So to double crochet, you put your hook through the stitch, you yarn over, and you pull that yarn through the stitch so that you've got 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull your hook through those 2 loops, and that is a double crochet. Then we identify our next stitch, which is this one here, and we put our hook through that loop, yarn over and pull that through. So we have 2 loops on the hook, we yarn over and pull that through to complete our stitch. We then identify our next stitch, we put our hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over and complete the stitch by pulling it through the 2 remaining loops. And if we just take a little time to look at things now, you can see that that is the top of the stitches, the double crochets, and this is what it's looking like so far. So let's keep going. So we put our hook through the loop and yarn over and pull it through, and yarn over and pull it through the 2 remaining loops. So just one thing I want to talk about right now is if I've ran many crochet classes, and one thing that people really struggle with when they first start is they may find that their stitches are becoming really tight when they're crocheting. So the reason that is one, you're feeling probably a little bit tense, and you know, it's something new, so people do get a little tense when finding out something new, and it's a lot, you know, to hold your yarn and hold your hook, but just keep going at this stage. And one of the reasons why you might be finding that your stitches are getting really tight is because you're only crocheting on this little bit of the hook. Now what happens is when you only move your stitches in this area, you can see that this is the shaft of the actual hook and this is the 8mm, and this is where you want to be pushing your stitches up and down, because if you're only working down here and on the actual hook itself, your stitches are much smaller because this size of the hook is much smaller down there. So I hope that's useful. Let's just keep going. So we've located our next stitch, we put our hook in there, yarn over and pull that through. So we've got 2 loops on our hook, yarn over and pull that through. So I'm just going to go ahead and complete this row of double crochets, and then I'm going to show you how to actually turn your work and start your new row. It will only take me a minute to do this because we're only doing 10 stitches. Okay, so I'm just going to get myself a little bit more yarn. Let's just unravel some more yarn. And next I'm going to show you how to start a new row when you're crocheting. So here we go. So at the end of the row, this is what your first row looks like. It may twirl over a little bit like mine, but if we just unwind it and look at it like this, then you can see that this is the first row of stitches that we've completed. That's the top of the stitch, and that's the side, and then that's what the bottom looks like. And on our way back on the next row, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be crocheting through each stitch, and we go through each side of the loop when we're crocheting. From now on, once you've done your first row, then from now on we're going to be going through both of these loops here. So to start with, we chain one, because that's what we do at the beginning of a row of double crochet, and then we crochet into the first stitch from the last row, which isn't this one that you've just chained, it's the next one. And we put our hook through, we yarn over and pull it through just like we did last time. We yarn over again and pull that through to complete the stitch. And you just work across your second row just in the same manner as your first, remembering that you go through both of the loops from the previous row rather than just the one side of the loop which you did on the first row. So what I found again over the years is people will be crocheting happily along the second row, and then we'll get to the end and we'll go, oh my, which is the final stitch that I crochet into. Now with experience you will easily get to know which stitch is the final one that you go into. However, if you're a novice and you are new to crochet, it is really difficult to know, and I have found that people have struggled with this and they've ended up missing stitches or adding stitches. So let me just show you on this third row how to actually identify which is the last stitch that you would crochet into. So we're going to go ahead and start the third row, and we chain one just like before, and then we crochet in to the first stitch, and we just complete that. And once we've crocheted into the first stitch, if you want to take a little stitch marker, or sometimes if you haven't got that, I've been known to use an earring or a piece of yarn, but just put something in the stitch so that you can identify that when you're working back. And that is my little tip for not getting caught out on knowing which of the crochet stitches is your final stitch. So I hope that little tip is helpful. You will need to have 2 stitch markers because you'll need to be working with the stitch marker at the end at this side and at the end of this side. But certainly, when you crocheting with yarn that is much finer than my chunky wool here, sometimes it can be a real difficulty to just identify that final stitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get to the end of the row, and then I'm going to show you what you would do if you were completing your project and how you would finish things off. So just going to double crochet into this final stitch. And this is what our work is looking like so far. Just let me grab. Sorry about that, I had to grab a pair of scissors. I didn't come prepared today. So, to actually finish off your work, you simply need to snip the end of the yarn off, and I would leave at least, you know, maybe a 10-inch tail, and then you just yarn over and pull that through the final stitch, just like that. And then you can just fasten that down, pull it tight, and that is my piece of work completed for today. So let me just show you what it looks like. So this is the front of the work, and this is the back of the work, and this is the top. This is the stitches that you've been crocheting into, and what you're looking for is a nice even piece, even and flat piece of crochet. Now let me just show you one thing. So one thing I've noticed over the years is that sometimes when you first start out with crochet, you will find that when you look at your piece, you've got it down on the flat, it can look a bit arched like that. And you'll be saying to yourself, well, why has that happened? Well, actually what that means is that your foundation chain, which is this one, so this is the chain, the 10 stitches that I did at the beginning, it means that the actual foundation chain was too tight, so your tension was tight compared to the stitches that you've just been crocheting. So if I was you at this stage, if you're putting your piece of work flat, like this, and it is arching, I would take this opportunity to go back and rework this piece of rework your actual piece that you're making, because you will be so much more satisfied with it at the end if it looks nice and flat than if you left it at this stage. It's a really good time for you to go back and just have another go, and practice with crochet really does mean perfect. So I hope that's been helpful, guys, and I hope it helps you with your crochet journey. My name's Claire. You can subscribe to our channel down below, and if you like this video, please do give me the thumbs up. I do a little happy jump every time I see the thumbs up for our videos. So it's been great being here with you today, and take care and lots of love.